Hi everybody, it's Scarlet Pete's Self-Sufficiency with my knitting machine series. Now then, today I thought I'd teach you how to knit a bobble hat. I've been looking at colours and I've written a little pattern there. And now, you might wonder what all this knitting's got to do with self-sufficiency, but if you can knit a jumper or a hat or some gloves when it's freezing cold and, you know, maybe your car's broken down and you need some clothes, you're being self-sufficient. You're doing it for yourself. So enough of me ranting on. Let's have a look at the pattern I've got here. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing with it yet, but that's sort of a rough guide. I know I'm going to cast on, and I'm going to cast on 80 stitches each side, because one of our group members has given me her bobble hat dimensions and recipe pattern, because I couldn't find mine, and I was being lazy. Rather than write one, I was borrowing one and adapting it. So we've got 80 stitches each side, and I'm going to do a 2x1 rib. And I'm going to look at what 60 rows looks like to see if that's a good size. And I probably want it to be able to turn up. We've got tension dial 4 for the welt, tension dial 7 for the main body. And we're going to try, first of all, with 60 rows before we start doing some decreases along the top here, which the hat will basically shrink in before we pull a thread through the top. So it'll be not such a bulky top to the hat. Now, that may not make sense here, but when I do it, you'll understand. We're going to use a transfer tool at this point and transfer every 4th needle over. Then at the top, we'll transfer every 2nd needle over. And, well, stay with me and you'll see. So first of all, we're going to cast onto waste yarn and we're going to do 80 stitches each side. That's a lot, you might think. And it is. And to clear 80 needles, I've had to pull my knitting machine out, because it was against my cupboard, and if I take my carriage across, to clear 80 needles, I need about that much to clear the stitches before I turn around again. My carriage is hanging off the edge, so I just needed to make sure I wasn't going to hurt my cupboard with all my pretty things in. So 80 stitches each side on waste yarn first of all, and it's a 2x1 rib, so that's what we'll put every, let's have a look here. 2x1. So we have 2 needles in work and 1 needle back to do our mock rib at the beginning.